Hello, I'm Linda Alvear, news editor of the University of Central Missouri's student news outlet, The Mule Skinner. Today, I'm standing just outside the Amtrak station in Warrensburg, Missouri. Amtrak is a railway that runs across the United States, and in this series, we've partnered with Amtrak to explore cities along the Amtrak's Missouri River Runner line, spanning from Kansas City to St. Louis. Today, we're headed to Sedalia, Missouri to learn more about what there is to do and the history about the town.
Well, I don't see well, so I don't drive. Over the years, I've probably taken at least maybe 350 Amtrak rides back and forth between Kansas City and Jefferson City.
We ride the train together every few years down to Herman, and it's just a great time to get together.
It's just the easy way to go. It's so smooth. We love it. It gives us a chance to converse with all of our friends and have fun. And hey, you gotta love Amtrak.
It's comfortable, it's friendly, and we can sit and play cards the whole time.
And you can get up and walk around.
Right.
Yeah.
And there's a bathroom.
I've taken it before for work to go to St. Louis for a conference, and it was great because I was able to work the whole time, so I didn't lose any productivity. So the train is great for that too.
We've officially made it to Sedalia, and our first stop is Lamy's, a building with a lot of history.
This building itself was started in 1893, finished in 1896. J.A. Lamy Manufacturer moved over here at that time in 1896. During World War II, we made fatigues for the Army, and then after that, we struck a handshake deal to make Levi Strauss jeans right here in Sedalia, Missouri. At the height of our manufacturing in the 90s, we employed about 450 people here day in and day out. In 99, we were forced to shut down and Levi moved everything out of the country. Luckily, we got to revive this building back in 2020 and welcome all the former employees back again. We renovated this building in 2020 into the multi-use building that you see today that hosts a record store, a market, a bistro and bar, as well as offices and apartments on the second and third floors.
Our second stop in Sedalia is Hotel Bothwell, located at 103 East 4th Street.
So you are looking at the oldest hotel in town, I believe, originally built in 1927. So the hotel was originally a railway hotel. So people would come in, they would sleep, they would eat at the diner, and then they would get back on the train first thing in the morning. This is the original 1927 Otis. We currently use it as our service elevator. It's a little fast, it's a little noisy, but it is fully safe. So the hotel was originally 109 rooms, and we're going to take a look at one of the original rooms. This is why we're part of the National Hotel Registry. We have 6 of these rooms total, as well as a lot of the original architecture still standing. This is what everyone slept in 1927.
Now that we've visited downtown, we're here at the Missouri State Fairgrounds, which hosts various events throughout the year, such as the Sedalia Farmers Market, horse shows, and of course the Missouri State Fair. Today, September 20th, we're here at the fairgrounds where they're hosting the Mozart Music Festival, which is a series of concerts and various other events and attractions. Come on guys, let's go explore.
This is called the Starline Brass Trails End Plaza. This monument really celebrates Sedalia's railroad history and our place in a very tiny bit of the history about the cattle drives. On the fence is a sign that has the phone number listed for Guide by Cell. You call the cell phone number and it says to hear about the engine, press number 1. And you can hear all the history of it and what went into making this monument happen.
Yes. We were looking for highlights of Sedalia and read about this, and we came over, and we were fortunate to have the guide take us around, and it was very interesting.
They really wanted accuracy, so if the funnel on the top of the train wasn't the style that it was then, they had to have that made, and the wheels and all that, but they really went to make it authentic.
So we're glad we stopped.
After visiting the Starline Brass Plaza, the Mule Skinner team attended some of the attractions that were at the fairgrounds for the Mozart Music Festival, including the traveling Vietnam Memorial Wall, a car show, food vendors, and of course the concert itself. The concert marked the first music festival that the fairgrounds had hosted in 50 years. The previous music festival was called the Ozark Music Festival, and it took place in 1974. It was a memorable event in Sedalia's history.
You gotta understand, this is a town of 25,000 people. And when the festival was here, there was 300 to 400,000 people. Even the grocery stores didn't have enough food to feed that many people. So it was like a culture shock to most everybody.
I mean, one thing, when you wake up and you can't get anywhere, the roads are all blocked, there's a lot of naked people around. Some restaurants are taken over. People doing drugs on the tables in Kentucky Fried Chicken. I mean, that's not normal.
I worked at the grocery store right over here, right across the street. At the grocery store, it was so hot, people were coming in and taking stuff off the shelf and rushing the doors, like alcohol and stuff. And so we had to board up the windows and let 20 people in at a time. It was chaos.
I mainly came because I wanted to see the Eagles again, and I had to see Leonard Skinner again. So I lied with my parents, told them I was going camping, I just didn't tell them where. There was a lot of people, it was very hot. Just went around and met new people and had a ball.
I mean, it's something exciting that happened here. Some people say bad, some people say good, but no one was left untouched, and I think that's probably the essence of why it's got some lasting power.
It ended up being unfortunate, but unfortunate stuff also makes memories. So I'm sure a lot of them have plenty of memories, of this place. And they'll never forget Sedalia, Missouri.
I'm back in Warrensburg after an amazing trip to Sedalia, where I visited historic buildings, the fairgrounds, and learned more about what the town has to offer. As always, thanks for watching. This is Linda Alviar signing off.